Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Holy Experience with Reverend Melissa McQueen-Simmons. I am glad you have decided to join us tonight. We are still in our compassionate quarter, as well as this is Women's History Month. So let's just get a minute to gather ourselves at this moment so we can be present in this moment. If this is your first time joining us, I am Reverend Melissa McQueen-Simmons, the virtual pastor and spiritual director for Holy Ground Spiritual Center. And I will offer a holy word tonight, one that can carry you, I hope, throughout this next week or throughout this next moment. As we are in Lent, in our Lenten season, for those of us who celebrate Lent that are Christian, and for those who are in our Ramadan season for our Muslim siblings. So I'm going to start the day off, this evening off, with some prayer. And because it's Women's History Month, I decided to find a prayer by Mother Teresa. As I think about compassion, I think about Mother Teresa, and Mother Teresa has a prayer that she shared when she was on this earth. I'll use inclusive language because she has our Father, our Heavenly Parent. Here I am at your disposal, your child, to use me to continue your loving world by giving Jesus to me and through me to each other, that we allow Jesus to love in us and through us with the love with which our Creator loves him. And that is a poem by Mother Teresa. And I'm not going to be with you long because I am learning as I have been evolving in spirituality in the church, in the building, in the parish, and outside of the building. It don't take all day to have a service, a sacred moment. So I have a holy word with you today, and I want to say we have one more event on our calendar for this month, Holy Ground. We have our reading with Rev Mel, and we're going to use the book She Persisted. It's up there, and it has 13 women who's made a change in this world. And Camden and I, we will pick 3 women out of there to read and share. So, welcome. I'm going to get with it. Let's see here. The sacred text today is going to be found in Psalm 27. Psalm 27. And I will be reading from the inclusive version. And let me show you the inclusive version that I am using today. Um, I'm actually using this one, the New Testament and Psalms and inclusive version. Okay. I'll sit there right there. Okay. Just trying to give you some time to gather your sacred text if you are one who want to read along with me in your preferred version. So the reading from Psalm 27 says this: Yahweh, you are my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? You are the fortress of my life. Of whom will I be afraid? When my enemies attack me, spreading vicious lies about me wherever they go, they, my adversaries and foes, will stumble and fall. Though an army mounts against me, my heart will not fear. Though war breaks out against me, I'll still be confident. One thing I ask of you, Yahweh, one thing I seek, that I may dwell in your house all the days of my life, to gaze on your beauty and to meditate in your temple. When trouble arises, You will hide me under the cover of your tabernacle. You'll set me on a rock high and out of reach. Then I'll be able to hold my head up, even when my enemies surround me. I will offer in your tabernacle sacrifices of great joy. I'll sing and make music to you, Yahweh. Hear me when I call, Yahweh. Have mercy on me and answer me. You say to my heart, seek my face. And so it is your face I seek. Don't hide your face from me. Don't turn your faithful one away in anger. Don't reject me. Don't desert me. Oh God, my salvation, for you are my only help. Even if my own parents reject me, you, Yahweh, will accept me. Teach me your way, Yahweh, and lead me on a straight path because of mine enemies. Don't surrender me to the will of my enemies, for defamers rise up against me, breathing violence. Even so, I have confidence that I'll see the goodness of Yahweh in the land of the living. Wait for God. Stand tall and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for Yahweh. Wait for Yahweh. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. Audrey Lord. Born legally blind and tongue tied, one who grew up in a home feeling isolated from her parents and siblings, and Black, radical, lesbian, librarian, mother, poet, speaker, teacher, warrior, and all the things. She had some experiences in which life did not show up in her favor, but she moved, lived, and saw through the darkness and obstacles. Today's theme and music that has inspired this holy word is a faith that conquers. A faith that conquers. After we leave here, look it up and listen to that song, A Faith That Conquers. At some moment in our lives, we encounter the brightness in our gloomy experiences. We feel the weight released from our bodies. We embrace the air of peace. Many of us are able to find refuge in the divine of our creation, Jesus, and prophetic messages and signs around us. Some of us can believe in something bigger than we can imagine, a hope that encapsulates our being, that is grand enough to surround and protect all of who we are in the world. Because of this, there is no need to fear anything, period. At this moment, some of us have engaged in boycott, protest, and intentional rest to observe the various issues dividing our communities, our government, and our nation, and this world. The enemies may not appear as the typical ones in movies and literature with weapons that are visible. Our enemies today use weapons that attempt to play mind games. What are mind games? Playing games with people's minds manipulates or influencing their thoughts, feelings, or perceptions. Playing mind games can create confusion, doubt, or emotional distress. Our text also expresses an example of a weapon that is being used today: lies, the untruth, the false narratives that can destroy relationships. I'm pretty sure you have seen the mind games being played today. And maybe some are playing mind games when it comes to our work, such as our federal workers being pulled here and there in the office, not in the office. You may lose your job if you don't do this, you don't do that. Many of us can see how many of us are being pulled and stretched because of the mind games happening today. I imagine the writer in Psalms felt the many obstacles and challenges that life had given them felt like war. Even in the conflict and battles, they remained fearless. Their faith had conditioned them to maintain belief. Our faith can condition us to be confident and maintain poise when disruption is around us, where we work, where we play, and where we live. The writer begins this expression announcing who the great source and force of their life is. They called them out Yahweh, Yahweh. And then they share the issues and effects of the opposition that is happening all around them. So, this psalm is a song and it's something we can use in our daily practice. Call out the divine, share the issues that are causing you discomfort. So, this writer called them out, called out the opposition, and said what was happening around them. And then the writer prays. The writer takes a moment to make a request, and not just any request, but an ask that will be life changing, a life changing response during the cloudiness of their days. May you provide a house of refuge, Yahweh, God, the divine. May you provide a house of refuge, a space that feels like home, an environment that reflects the beauty of your creation, so I can be still and listen to you when the noise and violence around me is so loud and so harmful. I ask that you cover me from allowing this trouble that is causing me so much despair. Create a space where I can rise above and beyond the divisiveness and hatred in this world. And I'm praying, and I can imagine the author saying, and as you show up for me, I will be able to keep my head up. Even when people around me are working for my demise and my failure, in my health, in my psychological well being, and in my erasure, I will still be in the sanctuary where your presence resides, where your presence resides in me, with me, and around me. I give this universe my energy and my gifts. I release my talents and learned experiences as the music to this world. I could say something about that. Us releasing our gifts and talents and call and purpose is the music in this world. That is the diversity. That is the inclusion. That is the color. That is the rainbow that the divine have created. I release my talents and learned experiences as the music to this world, as my imprint in this sacred space for healing and joy. Joy is my contribution. Peace is my contribution. Love is my contribution. God, my creator, the divine to the great source of life that hears me. Remember me. Remember me. Remember what I have been through and give me the signs and response I need when you hear my voice. Remember me. My heart says you want all of me to be present, face to face, ear to ear, heart to heart. I will always seek your presence in mind, body, and spirit. This is a plea, y'all. This is a prayer. This is a call. This is relationship with the divine of your understanding. And sometimes we have to get like that. So spirit can hear us, can hear our requests, can hear the anguish, can hear the emotion, can hear the things that are affecting us from being ourselves, our being our best selves, our, our authentic selves. I was created in your image. Do not avoid me even if you are emotional. Do not abandon me. You are the one that saves. You are the one that allows. You are the one I trust. I have faith in you. And to my heavenly parent, I am your child. I expect you to always affirm me, even when my earthly parents are no help. Even if my guardians that are responsible for me are incapable of accepting me, I know you will. This is still a prayer, my friends, holy grounders. This is still the prayer from the text. And I saw, imagine the author would say, because you knew who I was before I was born. That is my expectation of the source in whom I have faith in. Show me the ways of the leaders that I follow of my faith. For those of us who are Christian, Jesus, show us the ways of Jesus. Show us the ways of the prophets that match our values. Show me the ways of the chosen prophet. To my Creator, show me the ways that are diverse, that are equitable and inclusive. When my foes make my path rough or stagnant in my growth, restriction, or expression, show me the way so I don't get stuck or blocked. To thee, all saving God, do not allow my hateful enemies to get to me with their lies and trickery. And while I have this breath, I have confidence because my faith is enough for me to see the goodness of creation. Because for some of us, if we've been through a thing, we know that there's nothing that can't get us to where we're trying to go. Because we've seen God do it. We've seen people get through their situations. We've seen the hope. We've seen the strength. I will pause when necessary with a heightened heart that reflects my courage. I'll wait for the living God and be strong. At this very moment, many people are sacrificing and abstaining from things based on their religious practices. Two of the most widely observed religious observances are Lent and Ramadan. They are both happening right now while many of us watch the government and power hungry individuals dismiss hope for a necessary world to express compassion and growth to help humanity survive and thrive. Christians commit to 40 days of reflection and preparation for Lent. Some Christians choose to also fast during this time. For Ramadan, Muslims dedicate themselves to a month-long period of fasting and spiritual reflection. Many of us that are waiting for the next moment that reflects peace, we are waiting, patiently waiting for that next moment. Some of us are watching for the moment in which we are seen. The holy word for you today is to get some rituals, some things that make you feel connected. Have some conversations, some prayers, and listen to the divine of your understanding tell you and show you what you are supposed to do right now. Sit with yourself, take notes, lift up your head, open your eyes, move around in different spaces. We can't be stuck in the same space all the time. Move around, go see the world, hear the world, feel the world around you. Use your energy for the good of all people. With resilience and optimism, reflecting on your own path and experiences, you can overcome significant challenges. With our faith and our presence in this moment. Our presence in this moment now is not the time to hide or be afraid or feel shame. Now is the time to show up, to wake up, to be about, to be about the life that you know in your heart, in your mind, and in your essence that you are supposed to do when you open those eyes and move that body. Now is the time to be present. Remember, remember, remember. Remember your growth. Remember where you come from. Remember whose child you are. You can have faith that conquers anything. You can have faith that can conquer anything. You are powerful in your own way. Use your strength in service of vision that God has given you, even if it is different. Keep your head up. Open your eyes. Listen. Allow your heart to display compassion, even if you feel isolated sometimes. As you nurture your faith and express your gifts, you shift into your authentic self, the true you, the only you on this planet, in this universe. As you live and operate in your authentic self, fear is no factor. Fear dissolves. There is no faith in fear. There is no fear in faith. Your faith can conquer anything. That, my friends, is the holy word. I I've been listening to the song of faith that conquers. Um, Back in the day, Vanessa Bell Armstrong was the one I would hear sing that song. And I'm just gonna sing a little bit, just so you get an idea of the faith that I am talking about. Um, I have the faith that can see the invisible, expect the incredible, receive the impossible. Oh, faith that can conquer anything. A faith to reach the unreachable. A faith to fight the unbeatable. A faith to remove the unmovable. A faith that stands the invisible. A faith that can conquer anything. A faith to reach the unreachable. A faith to fight the unbeatable. A faith to remove the unmovable. Faith that stands the invincible. Faith that can conquer anything. My friends, my family, my holy grounds, we can have that faith, a faith that can see the invincible, a faith that can expect the incredible, that can receive the impossible, a faith that can reach the unreachable, can fight the unbeatable, remove the unmovable, can stand the invincible. We can have that faith, my friends. Pray with me. Eternal God, we are here. And we thank you for this time together, this time to share, this time to listen, this time to feel your presence. Continue to show up for us. Continue to remind us who we are and what we are supposed to be doing right now. Help us not get caught into where we have come from or where we're trying to go, but allow us to just live in this moment so we don't miss out on the beauty of us giving our music into this world, our joy, the hope, the peace, and the love that this world needs. I thank you for this moment to share a holy word with your people. Continue to protect us as we move about this earth. In your holy name we pray. Amen. Thank you all for following us today. If you are looking for a spiritual home, it will be an honor to be your or your virtual pastor. Send us a message in our messenger. Send us an email at Holy Ground Spiritual Center. If you have not caught up or have not been receiving the holy times, send us a message so we can make sure your email is in the loop as we get prepared for our next holy times coming out at the end of this month. Thank you for joining us today. May this week be holy. .